right up that time. Woo. Right at 4,200 miles. Welcome back. Hope you all have an amazing Sunday, as I am. Today we're going to do a little bit different. So I recently just passed a mile marker for having my bike just over like a year and a half or so. I think it's like a year and 7 months now or so. So anyway, I'm pretty much going to be going over everything I've done to it along the way, how it's been holding up, how it drives, and all that. But first, I need to go get some fuel. So yeah, anyway, I just got back from a trip to Houston, and I guess in the meantime while I was gone, we just got a lot of rain. Which is crazy. I've seen videos of like the rivers and stuff and the creeks nearby just completely flooded. But anyway, yeah, so back to my R7. Starting off with how she's been holding up, and more along the lines of, I guess, how I drive it. So I do love the low end. Like this bike is very aggressive on the low end. I have about just over 4,200 miles, and I've had it for about a year and a half or so now. The only slightly thing I may complain about is like the exhaust, being that you have to have, if you want to change out the exhaust or anything, you have to have a full system. There's no slip-on or anything of that sort. But I do fully recommend changing that out because it will save you some weight. And the other thing is like over time I've kind of noticed is like the starting. It seems like if you let it sit for a little while, like maybe a week or so, it seems like it struggles to start again. You may have to start it twice. And also the sound of the exhaust, like, you know, almost every other parallel twin will sound like this, and I think the Yamaha sounds probably better than almost any other bike that's a parallel twin. But I'm a fan of the inline four sound. Like I really want to upgrade. And I know I've been saying I'm looking at the ZX6 or the R1, but I recently just come across a ZX10 RR, and I've been doing some research versus the R1 and the ZX10. It seems like the ZX10 prevails just a little bit. Like you have cruise control, and you have like steering is the steering stabilizer, and then also like wheelie control and all that other good stuff. Versus the R1, seems like it's lacking a little bit on that. So I've kind of swayed my decisions more towards the ZX10. But outside of that, the bike has really been holding up pretty good. It is a light bike, so very easy to kind of throw around. Makes for a very good stunt bike or a track bike. Like outside of the exhaust and the programmer and the quick shifter, most of my stuff is cosmetic, and it's just my preference, but I think it looks better. And I actually drove all the way to the other side of Houston when I got this bike, just because it was the only bike in this variant that had this color scheme. Like they had the blue and they had the white. I think I was approved for a blue one when I first got it, but I just couldn't pass up on the black color. It's just, I don't know what it is, but the black is just, I don't know, it stands out to me, and that's kind of what I'm going after with the ZX10 as well. It's like the all black is just, I don't know, just kind of my thing now. My favorite gas station. Only because they got like the cheapest gas in town. I just wish they get actual like tap pay on these. Whew. Look at that. Gas lights are blinking. Fill me up with fuel. The old art museum. It's been a while since I've been through here. All the people like to come down here and fish. Water's kind of trashed. All the rain and stuff. Ugh. But yeah, anyway, this is my R7. It's a 2023 model, YZF. For starters, when I got the bike, it already had the fender eliminator kit. Excuse the kids in the background. Yeah, it already had the fender eliminator kit and stuff on it, and primarily just everything else I've pretty much done to it myself, except for the Power Commander, the Power Commander 6 and stuff that's in there. Yeah, that's a lot of work. When I seen them working on it, like they had to take all the fairings off, the tail fairing, the gas tank, and all that stuff off, because it routes up to the ECU up here in the front. And so yeah, it was just a lot of work, and I was like, no, I don't want to mess nothing up. But everything else, as far as like the blinkers, the quick shifter, exhaust, the carbon fiber handle guard levers and stuff, or the whatever, the guards, and then the frame sliders and all that, I've pretty much done everything to this bike, all the oil changes and all that. So kind of going down on the list as far as what I can remember. I changed out the, starting up here in the front, let's kind of go from here. I changed out the visor, all that. It comes with a clear one. I put like a dark smoke one on there. I think it looks better. Changed out the brake lever and the clutch lever to these ASV, I'm sorry, levers. They're a little bit more, they have that clickiness to them, so a little bit more aesthetic to me. And then of course the carbon fiber lever guards and all that. Moving down a little bit, I changed out the duds, or the blinkers out to like the little duds. To me, I mean, they're a little bit brighter and they look more aesthetically pleasing. It's not something just sticking out. They used to have these right here that stuck out and everything, but changed it to those. I think it cleans it up. And then moving down a little farther, of course you got the frame sliders on both sides and all that, and the exhaust. That's probably one of my biggest upgrades to this here, aside from the power commander. The exhaust, the M4 exhaust weighs in about $700, $800 after tax. It comes in the carbon canister and stuff, so it looks really nice. Yeah, I definitely recommend getting a full system exhaust. And that was one of the complaints I didn't really like about this model bike specifically, is you can't just slap a slip-on. You'd have to get the full system compared to what the stock exhaust offers. So a bit unfortunate there. You're either going all in or nothing. Moving around to this side, the quick shifter. That's probably one of my favorite upgrades to this bike, mostly just because it kind of helps your acceleration times. You know, you can accelerate much quicker with the quick shifter on there, and it gives it a bit of different sound to it as well. As far as everything else goes, I mean, aside from like the rear seat crow and the tank pad, that's really about it. I have been looking at doing the mirrors, doing like a mirror delete on them, having like the little small ones that stick out. I think that might look a little bit more clean, but I actually use my mirrors, believe it or not, and they actually come in handy. So y'all let me know down in the comments if I should do a mirror delete. I'll probably get out of these people's way. Let's see if it starts up. Yeah, it looks pretty nice. Look at this. Porsche. That's pretty nice, I ain't gonna lie. But anyway, that's my R7 in a nutshell. Everything I've done to it, and you know how it handles, how it rides, even after a year time. I would say it's reliable. It's a good, decent bike. But thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, hit that subscribe button, and feel free to check out some of my other stuff. But until next time, guys, peace.